Testing. Alright, we're good. I'm gonna do rain. Let's go. Whatever it lands on, because my eyes closed. Clear skies. It's gonna be sunny and beautiful. Whalers and the Titans. Glad to have you tuning in on YouTube, or glad to have you tuning in. YouTube or no, I try not to advertise Twitch much, but enjoy the game either way. Welcome to Hillsborough Field. The Tampa Bay Titans going to be hosting the Boston Whalers. There's Logan O'Hoppe for the Tampa Bay Titans. Yeah. 2 to 3 at-bats and a home run. Look at good stats for him. Let's see how he does today for the Titans. Titans and the Whalers, glad to have you tuning in. Tampa Bay Titans and the Boston Whalers, glad to have you tuning in. Here we are at Hillsborough Field. Taking them out for the Tampa Bay Titans is Jesus Luzardo. Both games started last season. See how he does today for the Tampa Bay Titans. And up to bat for the Boston Whalers is James Wood. We'll hit off this ball game. Glad to have you tuned in. Top of the first inning. And the ball game is underway. So there's strike one for James Wood from Luzardo. And a swing and a miss right down Broadway. Start this one. Got him with a circle changeup for strikeout number one. There's one down, top of the first. Plays Gleyber Torres for the Boston Whalers. And the MLB is the New York Mets. After being traded from the New York Yankees. So the Boston Whalers are going to look to sweep the series. They've won 3 in a row. Well, at least I might explain a bit of this. And the videos I did, yeah, I need to learn to save them, so it doesn't give me a different result. It'll be a line to base hit into the gap in the left field, and Torres is aboard for the Boston Whalers. Here's Shohei Ohtani. He's in Boston. How about that? A slider, that's ball one. Ridiculous stats last season. As the Whalers DH.
Ball, that's out.
And takes that four-seam fastball for ball two. 2-time Hank Aaron Award winner. And a foul one off, and it's 2-1. A runner. Oh, don't try and get Torres out. The throw. They got him. The throw beat Gleyber Torres. And there's 2 down. Incredible speed on that throw. A lightning speed reaction by the Tampa Bay catcher. Now that his one job, get out Ohtani. The 2-2. Strike 3 at the belt. And that retires the side. And check them out for the Boston Whalers. We head to the bottom of the first is Tyler McGill. The Boston Whalers here. Trying to get some runs against Tampa Bay. Here's Jackson Merrill. In Tampa Bay, really good start in this series at the 500 batting average. And a foul sinker for strike one. So it's going to be really interesting. In the Northeast is going to be probably the most interesting division to me since there are two Canadian teams. That one hit out to right field. Back she goes. And he's able to make the catch on the warning track there. That made me, I really thought that wing was out of the go out of the ballpark. So Jonathan India's next. There's the rest of the lineup, but Logan O'Hoppy's the catcher. 247 batting average. Ezekiel Tovar, Matt Healing. Here's Jonathan India for the Tampa Bay Titans. Love the T as their cap logo. It's a sword and a T. And I found that one off just off the end of his bat there for strike one. Jonathan India. 1-4 yesterday for Tampa Bay. 182 batting average. Yeah, again, batting averages are really weird to start like the first week. And then they're going to be a lot more normal as the season goes on. It's a cutter and it's 22. For the Boston Whalers also, they're in that the Northeast Division. I want to see the rivalries that get developed. I might guess would be Boston, New York probably, or Boston, Toronto, Montreal. Oh, and Toronto. Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely. Full count to Jonathan India. And the 3-2 pitch.
Did he go?
Ball four. And so India with a leadoff, with a walk to start for his first at bat. Here's Xavier Edwards. I almost said leadoff walk. He's the second guy, not the first. Oh, is he gonna try and steal a base? India, they got him. Jonathan India not able to get to the bag in time. Incredible throw by the Boston catcher. Look at the speed on the throw that was absolutely fantastic. Here's Xavier Edwards. Really a grounder. Is that gonna get by him? Safe! Xavier Edwards with a base hit. And the inning keeps going. He's off the bag. He's way off the bag. So Edwards safe on first with 2 down. Here's Chris Newell. Slider for strike one. The Tampa Bay Titans. I don't know what I even talk about. The Tampa Bay Titans.
No, inside.
I want to see if there's going to be the Battle of Florida. And it's them and the Orlando Sunrays. I know that probably could not happen in real life, but it's fine.
Ball two.
Could have gone to Jacksonville or Miami, but no, we went to Orlando. So Orlando's because I wanted a team in Orlando. I had a name for him, the Sunrays. He lined off the shoe, and he's safe, and there's 2 on. It's off the shoe of Tyler McGill. So, talking about something there. And coming to the plate for the Titans is Jake Horton. There's 2 on. Anything gets him out. That's a line to base hit. 1 run will score. Another run should go to third. And it's 1-0 for the Tampa Bay Titans. An RBI single for Jake Horton. And the Titans take a 1-0 lead. Runners in the corners, and there's 2 out. Here's Logan O'Hoppe. They've gone through over half their lineup here, at least. Boston Whalers, Tyler McGill here, he just needs to get that he just needs to get that 3rd strike. Just needs to get 1 out, and they can get out of it. They're already losing 1-0 now because of Tyler McGill's struggles. Need to get out Logan O'Hoppe. They don't want to let this lead get out of control.
Ball 1.
Because
1 ball, 2 strikes.
they don't want to let it. If you struggle early, then you have to spend the entire rest of the game making it up. It'll be really bad for
2 balls,
any team.
2 strikes.
2-2 count to Logan O'Hoppe. And the pitch. And got a piece of that one. That one's in foul territory. Runner going on it. Not going to make it there. So, Schumacher. Good running attempt though. Another 2-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a cutter. On the upper half of the strike zone. And we head to the 2nd inning. Here's Andy Whitfield. So Andy Whitfield to the plate for the Boston Whalers. He might be a custom player. I don't know off the top of my head. I just don't remember.
Ball 1. 1-0.
Takes ball 1. To the Boston Whalers here.
Nope. That's inside.
Maybe. They need. It'd be good for them to have an answer. And if they don't have an answer, then they have to rely on their pitching. Maybe getting some out of this inning would be good for the Whalers. They need to do it. So Andy Whitfield.
That's ball 3.
Oh, that one almost hit him on that. My pitch was Ethan Schumacher's next for Boston. The Whalers.
Hey!
Right at the knees, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And Whitfield got a piece of that one just off. He scraped the top of that fastball. No, I believe that was I believe that was a fastball. That one's line foul into the right field corner. Love the Whalers jerseys. Let's go back to the Harper Whalers a bit.
No, ball 4.
Cutter for ball 4. And that's the first walk given out by Jesus Luzardo. A leadoff walk for the pitch. Strike one down the middle. Solid fastball there, just right at the plate in all speed. That's kind of why fastballs are good, because the speed. If you throw a fastball slow, it's going to be easy to hit. If you throw it under 90, it's going to be really easy to hit. 96, that one's fouled off by Ethan Schumacher. Struggled yesterday. No 2 count.
Ball.
Four-seamer below the knees. Ball 1. Who's on first? Andy Whitfield. Schumacher might get a hit
Ball
here.
2.
slider and it's 2-2. The count's even. It was wrong with that slider. It was too low in the corner. So whenever you go corner, you probably want, especially with a pitch like hers, you want to go maybe a bit higher in the zone or a bit lower in the zone. If it's the upper half of the zone, then you want to go a bit lower because you want to make sure it's a strike. Unless you're trying to get them to chase, which that's something else. The 3-2 to Schumacher. Strike 3! And that's out number 1. A deer in the headlights. That was a look from Ethan Schumacher. He just watched it go by him. And here's to Brian Hayes. I just take a strike there, 0-1. It looked like a prime ball to hit too. I just call him the same thing. I call him a deer in the headlights, just staring at it and just watching it pass by. Sinker in the corner, good sinker, 0-2. Hayes had a really good start, 545 batting average on the 12 o'clock curve, and it's 1-2. Popped up. Shot right field in foul territory and needs a catch. That's out number 2. So Hayes is retired. And they'll bring to the plate Jose Series to the plate for Boston. 18 home runs last year. Playing center field for the Whalers. 2 on, 2 out, 1 on. Whitfield stays at first. I'm surprised no stolen base attempt. At least not yet.
That's a ball.
Four-seamer for ball 1 there.
Ball 1, no strikes. Nope, outside.
Bad circle. Change up, and I think he misfired that one. Zarno doing really good with his fastball, especially. Oh, that was in the dirt. 3 balls. If I were him, this one I'd pull out that fastball because I know he can cook with that fastball. Here's my point. 3-1 to Jose Searing. He's gonna try and make a comeback at the count here. After working it to a 3-0 count.
Did he go?
3-2. Now it's Mountain actually striking out Jose Siri. And that'll end the inning as well. On the half. And the pop-up into right field. And an easy catch. Round number 3 to retire the side. And we head to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Tampa Bay. The plate is Ezekiel Tovar. Bottom of the second. Nobody on, nobody out, obviously. Tovar takes strike 1. So the Titans with 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the second inning.
Nope, that's a ball.
They do have a horn, a home run horn. Maybe we'll hear it today. We'll find out. Another pitch from Miguel. But a piece of that one to the base hit into left center field, and Tovar is a duck on the pond. Lead off the bottom of the second. The leadoff base hit for Ezekiel Tovar. And coming to the plate is Matt Vierling. Got a piece of that slider there. Maybe early in the count, probably. Unless they're throwing like a direct fastball, it's one of those weird like curvy pitches. Maybe just take it, even if it's a strike. And then once it's 0-2, then you start hitting every single pitch. Because you're trying to stay alive in the count. Got a piece of that fastball. That one I get. 5-year career in the MLB for Matt Beerling. And now it's to the National Baseball League. The Tampa Bay Titans. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. A perfect slider. By Tyler McGill. That slider. It had a ridiculous curve on it. For strike 3. Nasty pitch. And coming to the plate is Junior Caminero. Oh, runner to throw to second. He's in. Cover with a stolen base. There's the fair. So, no one count to Caminero. Get a piece of that one in the left field. Running catch, and here is the run to third. And they'll keep Tovar on second. James would have made the catch there throughout the second half. And here's Jackson Merrill. Merrill takes a strike on a four-seam fastball. Up in the zone there. San Diego Padre, Jackson Merrill. In the NBL, he's playing for the Tampa Bay Titans.
Ball one.
I think the draft's just below the knees. Ball one. Again, the sinker, any pitch that curves, they're just slightly higher. Because that's going to happen. Bad angled four-seamer, 2-1. McGill, already over 30 pitches. See how long he's in the game. So we're going to miss on a solid slider, 2-2. Boston, the home environment for Boston will be really fun. Cause they're not, but they don't play in Boston. They play in Cambridge, so it's more almost like we're surrounded by college. It's surrounded by colleges and stuff, by Harvard and MIT mainly. Like canonically, I guess, since it's fiction, but that's where I decided to put it. There's a fly ball into right field, and goodbye, home run. Jackson Merrill with a solo blast. 2-0 Tampa Bay. So 3-0 Tampa Bay there. Because they had Tovar on. This one was absolutely smoked. That thing perfect, right in the sweet spot. Absolutely launched. Past the second deck. There's Jonathan India. So, I'm sorry for banging my microphone. I need to work on that. And there's for the first inside, right to the side, but Jackson Merrill. And the home run. With a 2-run homer. 3-0 Titans. And I want to just check something real quick. I want to see how bad that was. No, just one. Past the second home run. Alright, just want to see how it sounded. It's there. You can hear it. You can hear it.
Aye.
So there's strike one to Trey Sweeney for the Boston Whalers. So the Whalers now in a three-run hole. It's only the top of the third, so they got time. They just need their bats not fail them. They need the offense to not fail. Let's see. Swung and a miss, and Trey Sweeney goes down swinging, and that's strikeout number 4 for Jesus Luzardo.
No, that's down.
Here's Eric Casa. Dino Spear got the football, whatever you call them. Mainly in football, but they're in other sports too. This being one of them. Swing away line into right field foul territory towards the crowd for strike one. Do the Whalers have a hit? There is a fly ball to left. This one going back, and this one's into the water. A solo blast for Eric Hache. And it's 3-1. So they come right back to get a run on the board. And that one went into the water. And Tampa Bay, their lead has been cut to just 2. You can see really slow when it goes into the water. Under the signs, you know, what do you call those? There's one into center field, not deep, and that's out number 2. An easy out number 2. It's Labor Torres. 1 for 1 today for the Boston Whalers, and they'll take strike one. So Boston, they got something here offensively. They just need to get the train going. Torres, he's one guy that can do damage. He did stuff with the Yankees, and then now he's with the Detroit Tigers. I'm not happy about that one. Not to get into my New York Yankee fandom, but yeah, yo too. Oh, bad fastball there. 1-2. That was what? Is he trying to hit him?
Inside ball.
Or 2-2. That evens the count right there. Trying to avoid a walk. Torres got a piece of that one up in the zone. Upper outside corner. Lazar trying to get out for the Titans. Fly ball to left field. And an easy catch at the warning track. And a retire the side. But Eric Hache with a solo blast into the water. And the Tampa Bay Titans are on the board. Well, sorry, the Boston Whalers are on the board. Now this one, I'm kind of new to this, so I still going to make mistakes. Here's Xavier Edwards. Bottom of the 3rd inning.
Ball down.
Ball 1. There it is. The Tampa Bay Titans with a 3-run cushion being cut to 2. There's one in the center field. This should drop. It will for a base hit, and Edwards is aboard for the Titans. And Chris Newell to the plate. in Tampa Bay, they seem, at least to start this game, they seem to be a bit of an offensive machine. 3 runs, including a 2-run blast. So, if they can just keep the momentum going, it's going to look pretty good for them. A sinker right down Broadway there. Solid sinker. Keeping the count 1-1. Well, got hit his first at bat for Tampa Bay. Got a piece of that one. There's one.
Safe, he's good.
Safe. Well, able to get in time, so the Whalers don't turn the double play. Here's Jake Horton. Throw back to first. And call the runner safe. Chris Newell. There's one.
Out.
Double play. That ends the 3rd inning. We head to the 4th. And the Titans lead is still 3-1. So for the Boston Whalers, the big man is once again on deck. Shohei Ohtani.
That's a ball.
Slider for ball 1. Just
1-0.
again, like rookie pitcher, like probably him not like 3 years ago, he probably would have swung at that. Because just give it. You see ball like curve a lot, yeah, you can swing on. Even if they're gonna not go there's a fly ball in the left center field. Then you see catch. We're at number 1. Here's Andy Whitfield. I'm gonna beat someone in the corner, but right at first, right to the bag, it's 2 down. So the Whalers making quick work. So the Titans making quick work of the Oilers. Here in the top of the 4th. Really good defense here. Here's Ethan Schumacher.
Ball, that's just out.
A bad fastball there. Another 4-seamer.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
When you're batter, and then you're facing pitcher, all that like focus. You gotta focus on it with his motion and the angle he throws the pitch, because that can just wait like his wind up, and then just then basically with it milliseconds, your brain makes a prediction of where the ball is gonna land, and then you have to hit your bat there and hope you're right. And over time, you get good at this, recognizing pitches, recognizing, okay, this pitch usually goes this direction, this pitch usually goes that direction. And that's what recognizing pitches are. Swing and a 12 o'clock curve. And that ends the inning. You head to the bottom of the 4th. And the lead for the Tampa Bay Titans is Logan O'Hoppe. Swing, that's a perfect hit. There it goes, left center field. That one's going to bounce off the wall. Should be at least a double. And it'll slide in safely for a lead-off double. Logan O'Hoppe. Absolutely perfect hit.
Ball 1, no strike.
There's a slider outside for ball 1. Ezekiel Tovar, the shortstop. Yeah, me. He's playing on the team. If you know what team I'm talking about, you know what team I'm talking about. For those who know. The thing about this thing is I don't like how you can basically see right through it. Other than that, it has like a perfect view. Some of the old like ceilings had this thing where you could basically see right through them. So I'm gonna mess with a four seamer 1 and 2.
2 strikes.
So it doesn't really matter too much.
2 balls.
Oh, that one's in the dirt. Smart to stay on second because the ball didn't get away. Yeah, you didn't really have room to move. He would have been called out if he decided to go. But if that ball leaves that dirt, leaves home, go. Fly ball in right center field and the throw to third. Takes the O'Hoppe on second. So Matt Beerling to the plate for the Tampa Bay Titans. For 1 today. Logan O'Hoppe's on second. Probably a base hit would bring him home. Let's see. Miguel. Perfect base hit in the center field. Here comes O'Hoppe, and the throw is going to be way late. 4-1 Titans. So Matt Beerling with an RBI single into center field. And the Titans are back to a 3-run lead. Just about a second late. Because O'Hoppe was flying towards home there. Coming to play is Junior Caminero with a runner aboard on first base. And the pitch is strike 1. I'm waiting for him to see if I can see. He just got a base hit. Matt Beerling. So Junior Caminero, Tampa Bay Ray in the MLB. So he stays in Tampa Bay for both the MLB and the National Baseball League. That's going to be chopped foul. Not chopper, chopped, but lined. Chops when it bounces. It bounces. Has a choppy look to it. Inside the center there, and I think it was trying to, like, just a little, going on the inside edge, and going on the edge is hard, it's hard to get right where you want it. Slide to left, easy running catch. Beerling gonna stay on first, and there's 2 down. Here's Jackson Merrill for the Tampa Bay Titans. 0 blast in the second inning for the Titans. See how he can follow it up for Tampa Bay. India 1, and that's a piece of that. He's running catch on the left, and that will retire the sideaway head to the 5th. Alright, Beerling with an RBI single, and it's 4-1 for the Tampa Bay Titans. Top of the 5th. And here's Brian Hayes. And the first pitch to keep Brian Hayes cleared off. So, the Whalers are right back to where they were just a moment ago. So, it's all about, like, they need their individual players to get. You take less pitches. That's line. Nice running catch. That's out number 1. And here's Jose Siri. I know this first time. Sorry for the yawn. Fire just outside, curved right towards the middle there. A very good slider. No, he knocked that one foul. And 96 on that fastball. And Siri got a piece of it. The Titans with a 4-1 lead. It's 1-2 to Jose Siri. Another pitch, fouled off. 1-2. I did go to Boston. I didn't really talk much about that, but I probably should. A lot to talk about Boston. There's strike 3. 2 down. Oh yeah. 2 down. Here's Trey Sweeney. So Sweeney on with 2 outs in the 5th. Try and keep the inning going. And he fouls off a sinker. Right at the knees. It's line to left. Not deep enough. And the catch will end in the top of the 5th. In the bottom of the 5th inning. Jonathan India's up. Titans lead 4-1. And Daniel Nunez coming in to pitch for the Boston Whalers. Jonathan India to the plate. I feel like I can get something out of him. 2021 Rookie of the Year in Major League Baseball. To see how he does for the Titans.
Ball, that's down.
That was a nice slider. Just there's one problem. Way too. It was on the inside corner. Ball. This is one he swung and missed on. If you can get them to swing, it doesn't really matter where that pitch goes. Like chasing pitches, for example. It doesn't matter how far. As there's a base hit to center for Jonathan India, and the leadoff single in the bottom of the 5th. A throwback to India to try and get him out at first is unsuccessful. I feel like he's going to try again. He's going to try a steal second. I feel like he will. The situation, they don't got much to lose. And if it works, it'll just help them. No one. Oh, they hit him. Oh, and there's 2 on. Xavier Edwards is hit. And here's Chris Newell, 2 out. 2 on, nobody out. This is exactly what the Whalers do not need right now.
That's a ball.
So India on second, Edwards on first here. A base hit and India should score. Especially if it's a base hit to right. Base hit to left, I don't know. It depends on how fast India runs. That's after there. 1-2 to Chris Newell. terrible slider there. I think he had a bad grip on that pitch.
3-2.
Same thing here, but he swung on it. Jay Corton is next for Tampa Bay. And the pitch. Swing to the line to right field. It's on the warning track for wall. It's the catch and then the long throw. And India advances to third. I'm surprised he didn't try for home, but he probably would have been called out at the plate. Just my guess. So here's Jay Corton with one down. And then fouls that fastball away for strike one. Love the Titans. The cap logo is just fantastic for Tampa Bay. I just love it. I think it's probably one of the best cap logos in the, if not the best cap logo in the league.
0-2.
I don't see Jay Corton. That'd be good for the Whalers if Nunez can get out of this inning without any further damage. Swing and a miss, and he's halfway there as he strikes out Jay Corton. Two down here in the bottom of the fifth. Here's Logan O'Hoppe.
Yeah.
And a leadoff double earlier. He just needs the same at the very least, and the Titans will add on to their lead. The 0-1 pitch.
1 ball, 1 strike.
In the dirt. 1-1 to count. Nunez here.
2 balls, 1 strike.
He's got to be careful because he doesn't want to strike out. Obviously, don't go right down the middle. Don't. Per pitch probably is what you want. Prove my point. I'll circle change up 2-2. Looking for the strikeout. I believe this would be his fifth. Swing and a center field base hit, that will score a run. Another run to second, there's 2 on for the Titans. The inning keeps going, and it's 5-1. An RBI single for Logan O'Hoppe. Perfect hit right into center field. 113 off the bat. A 5.3 degree launch angle.
Ball, that's out.
And 2 of our Texas liner at 90 miles an hour for ball 1. Just warming up your arms, which, because if you don't have warm up arms, it's probably one how you hurt yourself, or and you're gonna have a bad swing. It'll probably just be like a ground out. And Griffey's that one fouling it down the right field line. And the Titans. But even if they don't get any more out of this inning, they're in really good shape. And the way it's looking, they might load the bases here. Nunez, he's about to walk 12 or he needs 2 strikes. And he can get out of this inning instead. The line fell, so there's 1 off the foul ball. But I wouldn't feel too good if I were a Whalers fan cheering for him here. 3-2. Ball 4, bases loaded. This is just bad news for the Whalers. Matt Beerling. Maybe it might be able to bring at least one of these runs, 1 or 2 of these runs home. Maybe a grand slam, but we'll see. It'll be lined, and there's the out. So, the Boston Whalers get out of the bases loaded 2-out jam. and an RBI single for Logan O'Hoppe. 5-1 Tampa. Oh yes, here's Eric Haas. He's the one who hit the homer into the water back in the third inning, as you can see. So it's like the guy this is the guy in the lineup you might want to worry about.
Nope. Ball one.
You gotta be careful with your pitches. If he has trouble throwing strikes here to Haas, he wouldn't be surprised because he's so scared of throwing it. Make it throwing it too easy of a pitch. It'll absolutely smoke. So we're gonna miss him the circle changeup 1-2. Good talk about Boston here. So yeah, I really want to talk about Boston. It was the Boston Whalers that I wrote soon. Did go to Boston about a month and a half ago. Fantastic. I did get to see Fenway Park. They get to go to Cambridge as well.
He's out.
As Eric Haas is retired on a wild pitch. They're on number 1. So, that one. He swung at an inside pitch. Like a pitch that was obviously inside. What?
Ball one.
It's called discipline. If you're a batter, you need to get good at it. I don't got down talk like I'm talking to a 3-year-old, but
Nope.
not that hard of a concept. It's just hard to actually do it because your brain has an natural tendency. Okay, I know I'm supposed to swing, and then you just they just have a tendency to swing at everything. It's human nature. But 2-1. So we're gonna miss on a slider.
2-2 count.
That's in Boston. It was like an aquarium that I did not get to see. I wish I did. It's weird so much. We just didn't have time.
Count's full.
They get to go to Faneuil Hall. There was food down both lines. It's basically a giant. And that one's perfectly hit. Out towards center field. Back it goes. Goodbye. Home run. James Wood with a 2-out bomb to center field. And it is 6-3. 5-3, excuse me. No, 5-2. It was a solo blast. Yeah, that fooled me. Because he was on first. It fooled me. So a solo blast for James Wood. And Boston's not done yet. It's 5-2 here. Smoke to the center field. He was ready for the curve. He knew where it was going to land despite the curve, and he went all in on the swing, and it paid off. So Gleyber Torres 1 for 2 today. So can Boston maybe have a rally cry here in the 6th?
Ball one.
Or at least maybe start one? Buck Farmer and Josh Stumont warming up in the bullpen, or Staumont. Stumont or Staumont? You pronounce the A. That's really what I'm asking with that name. Stumont? I want to say Stumont because that just sounds right with Staumont. Or Staumont? I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce that name. The 1-2 to Torres. The pitch. Line to left field. That's going to be a base hit. Torres, he's 1 for 2 for 3 today. That base hit, and he's aboard in left field. So the tying run's on deck. There's Shohei Ohtani. Bryce, he's over 2 today. Waiting for that absolute moonshot to left field. Just since he... Maybe just because he's on Boston won't hit the show Boston. Probably a lot. There's a ball 1-1 the count. 8-year career with... Who else did he have a career with besides the Angels and the Dodgers? It showed 3 teams there. It should have only So two, there's a fly ball into right field. This one going back, catch at the wall, he makes it, and then there's a throwback towards the bases. Good catch to get Ohtani out. Here's Andy Whitfield. First baseman for the Boston Whalers up for 1 in the ballgame today. So Boston. Well, I get to stand on top of the Prudential building, at the very top floor. Beautiful skyline of Boston. That was some of the best views of my life. Were on that Prudential building. It's what? Loved Fenway. Fenway Park was great. Got to be at the. I got to sit on the Green Monster. Love that. So we're gonna miss him a slider. We head to the bottom of the 6th. James Wood with a solo blast, and it's 5-2 Tampa after 5.5 innings. So Tony Santillan gonna come in for the Boston Whalers here in the bottom of the 6th. So Junior Caminero, so I can't bet they do have to keep an eye on their pitching here, because right now the runs a 3-run lead, and then you maybe try and get as much offense as possible. Hopefully they're gonna have to rely on their offense because they can't keep control of their pitching, which. A fly ball. There it goes. And goodbye. Home run. Tampa Bay. 6-2. Junior Caminero. And the Tampa Bay Titans add on to their lead. And their offense might win them this game. They have just exploded. And Boston's a little bit tired from this 4-game series. And there's a line ball foul by Jackson Merrill. He had a home run as well. 2-run blast earlier in the ball game. I'd have you tuning in if you just joined. It's 6-2 Tampa Bay. Junior Caminero with a solo blast just moments ago. 6-2 Titans over the Boston Whalers. Forcing fastball. No balls and 2 strikes. Titans look to be in pretty good shape here. The 0-2 pitch.
That's the ball.
4-seamer. And it's ball 1. Everett Alzolay and Leskar Brazovan warming up in Whaler bullpen. Right now, it's from a Boston perspective. They just don't give anything else up. They just don't want to dig the hole deeper. That's the whole thing. They need, because it doesn't seem like their offense, at least not today, they don't have the capability to show up for it. And the 2-2 pitch. Line to right. Foul. I'm probably just by looking at it, I think it's probably the most open ballpark in the National Baseball League. And that's going to be pulled for base hit. It'll drop. I didn't think that would actually drop down for a base hit. And Jackson Merrill's aboard. There's Jonathan India. So Jonathan India.
Ball.
One for two today. A single. Love the long hair. Playing for the Royals. And then the Reds. I feel like he played for somebody before that, but just don't remember who. Maybe he didn't. I wish he was still in the Reds, because he's good. But 1-1. Swing and a miss, he swung right under it. 22 to India. I wouldn't mind going to Tampa, I don't know. The Rays are leaving, so maybe the one main thing I want to see is the Rays, but yeah, I'm not gonna get to see I'm not gonna get to see the Rays because their one stadium's a dump and costs a ridiculous amount of money to fix it. But that, even if it was fixed, they'd get out of it in about 4 or 5 years. So is it really worth the repairs? Right now they're playing the 15,000 seat stadium. I mean, Steinbrenner Field, the Yankee spring training home. Is that really worth going? I don't think so. Meanwhile, Santillan has worked a 3-2 count to Jonathan India. Tell you, Boston pitching has been horrendous. That one's a line for a base hit. That one's down the line. And 2 runs are on. India to first, and Merrill to second, with nobody out. That one right over the first baseman's head, and all the way right to about 5 feet in front of the warning track. Where the Cubs. Xavier Edwards to the plate. I feel like this Tampa Bay could have another homer here, and this would put them up 9-2. Grounder, there's one. Oh, it gets past him. Run will score. 7-2 Tampa Bay. An error for the Boston Whalers, and things just keep getting worse on the Boston front. This should have been a double play. An incredible diving play there. And then the missed throw, allowing Tampa Bay to not only have everybody safe, and then a run scored. So now it's okay, we gotta do math. Yeah, it's a 5-run lead for the Titans. 5-run deficit if you're Boston. Oh boy. Bad news. Great news for the Titans, but for the Whalers, awful. That's another base hit. That one will score another run. Jerome's going to be way late. And that's an 8-2 lead. Back-to-back RBIs. Chris Newell with an RBI single. And the Boston Whalers just, yeah, they're gonna pull the pitcher. It's understandable. But then, Nunez is done. Coming in is Sean Pagelli. His name's pretty close to Jelly. So he'll be taking them out for the Boston Whalers. He played a lot of games last year in Major League Baseball. He'll face Jake Horton. I'll prepare for ball 1. 1-0 count here to Jake Horton. So what happens if he doesn't do well? Because this is They need like a full-on rally, because this has been a long inning too, and there's still not a single out. There's not a single out. The 2-1 pitch. We're gonna miss. 2-2. And the count is full. Runners stay on first and second. The crowd is very excited for the Titans. Who's on base? Edwards is on second. Chris Duell on first. Horton's at the plate facing Sean and Giselle. Is that button saying batting? 3-2 to Jake Horton, the pitch. Swing will be lined. 1, 2. Double play, but there's a run on third. The productive double play, 4-6-3. Double play for the Whalers, and that's gonna. I might save their. I might be the redeemer, somewhat. That might be their way out of this inning here. Is that double play? Here's Logan O'Hoppy. Fly ball. There it goes. And that one's off the wall. One run scores. Well, one run scores, another run to second. That's Logan O'Hoppy. An RBI double. That's his second double today. And things just get worse for the Boston Whalers. Now a 6-run deficit. And the Titans, yeah, they're just gonna ride. I think they're just gonna ride this home. Tovar's hitting. There's 2 on. And there's a knuckle curve ball, strike 1. He missed on that knuckle curve, keeping the count 1-1. 308 batting average for Matt Vierling, 1 for 3 today.
Ball 2.
So we're 2-1. And then with Tampa Bay is, and for a lot of their history, they've been an underdog team. And especially mainly in baseball, somewhat in football too. Hockey, no, that's the one sport where they're not underdogs at all. That should do it. The return to the bag is in time, and finally the Whalers get out of the 6th. But a disastrous 6th inning for the Boston Whalers, a great inning for the Tampa Bay Titans. 9 runs on 15 hits for Tampa Bay, 2 runs on 4 hits for the Whalers after 6. So we still got some baseball to play, and Buck Farmer going to take them out for the Tampa Bay Titans. So 2 games started so far. 2 games played, I should say. Game in 2 games of the series. Here's Ethan Schumacher. Line. Oh, it's gonna get past him. And a base hit for Schumacher to lead off the 7th. Is that an error? No, they don't call it an error. They don't. So base hit for Schumacher. Brian Hayes is aboard. Brian Hayes is on the plate, so popped out in the lineup today. Third baseman for the Boston Whalers. Just don't even play in Boston. I just want to unique scenes. Put him in Cambridge. That's a cool idea. So right next to all the colleges and all that. Right on the Charles River. Oh, you can't see it from the stadium. Ball 3. To Brian Hayes. So maybe the Whalers can get something back here. Maybe something if the Titans Empire collapses, as there is ball 4 to Hayes, and there's two on and nobody out. Same thing that was happening in last innings. Is, like, I think it was like 2 or 3, maybe 2 different innings in this game, where the Whalers were that this is how they'd start their inning. 2 runners on base and nobody out. And then that caused all the disasters that followed for the Whalers. Is this going to happen with the Titans? And so that basically diminished their lead to like just 2 or 3 runs, if that. I know. A home run would make it 5-3.
That's ball 2.
If Sear hits a home run, it would be 5-3 Boston. 9-5 Boston. And there's a fly ball into left center field, towards the pool and gone. Goodbye, home run, and it is 9-5. I predicted it. So how about that? And the Boston Whalers have some life. Yeah, that's the way to sound this building. A 3-run home run for Jose Siri. Also, it happens to be a Tampa Bay Ray. 424 feet, 110 off the bat. And they're going to pull Buck Farmer. So let's see who they bring up. And that person is going to be Victor Gonzalez. He'll take them out for the Tampa Bay Titans. 2 games started so far. 2 games played in so far. Not really much stats to go off here. Spanish music. Trace Winnie at the plate.
Outside, that's a ball.
So the Whalers have cut the deficit to 4. It's still a big deficit, but a little more manageable if they can keep their rate of offense going. So I was right. There's still nobody out. That one's tap foul. So nobody out. And as I pretty much predicted, I said, if the way this was what I said, basically the dominoes would fall as there's out number 1 finally for the Titans. As I was saying earlier, that the Boston Whalers, they would start the running off with getting 2 runners aboard, and then it would just be a domino effect, and the disasters would all become because of a bad start to the inning, and they let 2 or 3 runs score. And then I said the same thing would happen with the Titans. Boy, was I correct. Top of the 7th inning here. Here's Eric Hasse. Hit the home run into the water early in the ballgame. It was like the 3rd or 4th inning, I believe. The Whalers are... They're I guess you could say they're in striking distance, but they still got some work to do. There's some people up in the 3rd deck. I think this is the game people say just because the Titans, they've been pretty good. They played well today. Gonna watch the Padres and the Giants tonight. We'll listen to them. So I actually can listen to the radio. I'm not paying for all the TV. I already have the NHL on ESPN. I don't need another sports subscription. 2-2 to Victor Gonzalez. And the pitch.
I got 3-2.
And a sinker. 3-2. The count is now full. Titans, they seem to be starting to struggle a bit here defensively. Going away, run to the bag, and that's 2 down. Titans struggling to get outs here. That was worked to a full count before they could get the out. There's James Wood. Top of the 7th inning, 2 down. And gonna be catch foul, rolling towards the corner. The Titans, they worked to get their nine runs, and that, I imagine they don't want to see it disappear because it's still a 4-run lead. Pretty solid, but they just have to. Again, it's baseball. Probably the most extreme of basically no lead is safe. No lead is safe. Generally, no lead. Maybe if you have a 10-run lead, for the most part, anything above 10 runs is usually safe. If you come back and you're down by more than 10 runs, it's gonna make history every time, basically. It's so rare. It almost never happened. Last time, I don't know the last time it happened. Probably maybe the Guardians and the Mariners. Fantastic game. Those in the early 2000s. As there is strike 3. Going into the bottom of the 7th inning, Jose Siri with a 3-run bomb to get the Whalers back within striking distance. It's 9-5. Tampa. So Junior Caminero going to lead off the inning for the Titans. They lead 9-5 over the Whalers. Some stats on some players. Titans going to see if they can close it out here in the last few innings.
Nope.
They just offense will definitely help because the way they're pitching, their current lead might be in danger. Maybe getting a few of the runs back again. There's a fly ball to left field. Goodbye, home run. 10 runs for the Titans. Junior Caminero. Some audio issues here, sorry about that. But Junior Caminero with a solo blast, his second of the season. And Tampa Bay leads 10-5. So yeah, almost as I said it, some more offense would help. And they got some. And right after that is Jackson Merrill, so. Home runs are back-to-back at bats. Not gonna say no. Picks a sinker. He swung just a bit too early on that, I could tell. Resulting in a check swing. Because if you swing too early, that's basically what you're gonna end up doing. Either a check swing or you miss it by a mile. Or you just tap it foul. You might do that. But you won't ever really get a good hit on it. Line to left center. Easy running catch, and that's one down here in the bottom of the 7th. There's Jonathan India. Yeah, chopper, but it's been turned foul down the left field line. Now we'll be line. So, my original name for this team was going to be the Barracuda, but because there just wasn't any MLB The Show Barracuda logos that I could use. No, I don't make these I made like one logo. Oh, that one gets away. And the throw is going to be late. Jonathan, you able to make it to the bag. On a wild pitch. So yeah, he technically struck out, but he still made it on base. So, Xavier Edwards 2 for 3 today, so we won't get home runs on back-to-back at bats, but obviously that was a while ago. So there's one down here, but wait, I'm used to calling games with like no offense. This game is the opposite. Long innings, lots of offense. Been what, like 5 home runs in this game? Oh, India's going for second. Dang! Just barely in time, Jonathan India. He actually bolted for second base there. Just by like a hair, he made it.
That's a ball.
And a 1-1, knuckle curve. So if a base hit for Edwards if it's as long as it's not in the left field, India should score. Base hit to center or right should bring India home. Obviously, a home run will, or a double. Veterans 3-2. Full count to Edwards. The payoff pitch. And we get a piece of that one as it goes into the left field corner, foul. And it just got the top of that baseball as it went behind home. The 3-2. Same thing on a sinker. Absolutely beautiful day here in Tampa Bay on this beginning. It'll be grounder to the bag. And touches it for number 2. So 2 down. India's now on third base. A base hit and they'll score. Here's Chris Newell. Off the pitcher, and then they'll score a run. India scores 11-6, 11-5, Tampa Bay. And Jake Horns to the plate, so an RBI single for Chris Newell. It'll be down the right field line. 148. This is going to be basically it's been a back and forth game of Tampa Bay extending the lead, Boston encroaching upon their lead, Tampa Bay extending their lead again. That's basically what's happening in this game. I wouldn't be surprised if Boston encroaches back on that lead again, then Tampa cycle, and then eventually we're in the 9th inning, and Tampa Bay will just they'll barely make win. That one's called ball 1 there. I say he didn't swing. I can go back to talking about Boston. Swing and a miss and a cutter. I'll talk about Boston in the top of the 8th. As there's a beautiful strikeout to end the inning. Oh, good lineup coming up for the Whalers. So Gleyber Torres is going to be followed by Shohei Ohtani. This is a good time for the Whalers. They need offense. Why am I yawn? I don't even feel like tired. I don't know. I just yawn. Maybe I am tired. I just don't feel. That's a perfect hit. That one's all the way to the well and it'll bounce off the wall. A double for Gleyber Torres. So Torres with a leadoff double. Perfect hit. When you're hitting the sweet spot, if you don't necessarily have a like a high launch angle, to where like that's usually what happens. You usually get double. That's where you get doubles and triples. You although you usually only get a triple if like there's an error, like in left field or somehow they misplay it badly. And here is Shohei Ohtani. He's had a rough day. The 0-1 pitch. And Grounder to his first run in the bag, and he is 0 for 4 today, as there's out number 1. Ohtani having a tough game. There's Andy Whitfield, who's 0 for 2, but he did walk, so. Yeah, he faced it. Whalers will encroach back on Tampa's lead again. We're gonna miss on a slider. It's strike one. In the Whalers' home field, it's called Blue Whale Field. There is a Whaler statue in I believe left center field. I believe there's also grass. 14,324 in attendance here for the Titans and the Whalers. Sinker to the upper outside corner, 96. Good, that's a fast sinker. And 22. In the pitch. Fly ball. Right center field. This one back. Track. The running catch and the long throw. And this will definitely score. 1 run. And the Whalers make it 11-6. Here comes Schumacher. Single and a run scored. For Ethan Schumacher. 2 for 1, so just 1 for 3 there. Whalers in desperate need of offense. Like, just look at the score. Top of the 8th. And basically, good luck trying to catch Tampa. No, he flinched on that sinker, but he took it. I think he initiated his swing way too late on that, so he didn't miss by a mile if he actually did swing on it. As the count's 2-1 to Schumacher. So Gonzalez for Tampa Bay. I do love the black and gray colors for Tampa. I wanted a team with black and silver because it's supposed to be silver. So we're gonna miss on a sinker. It's 2-2. Gonzalez gonna try and get out of it before the Titans give up too much. The 2-2 pitch. I'll tap a slider, keeps that bat alive. And another pitch. Strike 3 on a sinker. We get to the bottom of the 8th. Here's Adbert Alzolay taking the mound for the Boston Whalers. Here's Logan O'Hoppe. We'll tap a sinker foul. No balls and 2 strikes. Titan. O'Hoppe. He's had a fantastic game. I'm not gonna lie. I think he even got a home run. Maybe I'm misremembering, but the name. I know Junior Caminero got a home run. Jackson Merrill got a homer, somebody else. Maybe it was Logan O'Hoppy. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out swinging. And here's Ezekiel Tovar. Oh, Tovar hit right on the right in right in his butt cheek. So he's aboard for Tampa Bay after the hit by pitch. Oh, that one got the corner. There's one. There's two. Double play. We head to the ninth. So the Titans are going to try and close it out. They lead 11-6. And Josh Winkowski taking the mound. He'll take the mound for the Titans. He'll try and coming in as the closer. He's going to try and close it out. Top of the ninth. Well, they need 6 runs just to tie it. They need 7 to win. That is a big ask. Ken's looking for the win. Oh, they fly to right. 0-2 the count. Pitch tapped a slider foul, 0-2. Not looking too good for the Whalers. Only one. I feel like this should do it for them. Tapped on a cutter foul, but you never know.
One ball,
The pitch.
2 strikes.
Forcing fastball. Weird curve, and it's 1-2.
Nope, that's foul.
Fouled off. Down the line. Swing and a miss and a beautiful slider. And strikeout number 1. There's Jose Siri. Did have a three-run homer, like the 5th or 6th inning, I believe. And foul cutter for strike 1. And that one hit center field, but not deep enough. And center fielder going to get under it. And the Whalers are down to their final out. So Trey Sweeney, the last hope for the Boston Whalers. Winkowski will close it out.
Ball, that's in.
A drifting slider. And the upper inside corner. Just took it out. So Lee and Soriano just warming up just in case. Away line foul. So the Whalers, they need to learn how to start off with their pitchers to start innings without giving up 2 runs, because that's mainly what killed them. Because they would start off their inning and getting with 2 on base. Brings up 2 hits in a row, but somehow giving up 2 runners. Not give up hits necessarily, because there's some walks in there, but wild pitch on a wild pitch strikeout, and Jonathan India still made it. 1-2. They just need to start not get guys on We need to prevent guys on the opposing team to get on base. We got one fouled away. Two and two the count. Sweeney keeping this count alive. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now we're on the outside counter and the lower outside corner, and the count is full. The counter. Corner in the count. The 3-2. Swing into left field. This should do it. Running under it, makes the catch. Ball game over, and the Titans gets the win. 11-6 over the Boston Whalers. So that will pretty much do it. Titans win 11-6. Missouri the win. And Tyler McGill the loss. That'll pretty much do it. I'm Thomas Rose. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye. Final score 11. Titans Whalers 6.